currently it's me, myself, and I. I know it's been a minute, guys. A while. Just been working, trying to get back on the grind, and all that goes. I'm sure we're all on the same page, trying to make that money. But I'm back. God bless you guys. Just trying to set up here my mic, to tell you the truth. God bless you guys. I love you guys. And that's all genuine. You know, this is no homo type of stuff. This is me just keeping it real with you guys. You know, life is full of surprises. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You know, just driving. Trust me, I won't hit nobody. Um, Life is full of surprises. You know, we can talk left, right, and center about how easy life is, or whatever the case is. We can pretend. You know, there's people like me. But I could also say life is hard as hell. You know what I mean? Honestly, like when I look at life itself and the challenges that come in life, you know, this is just when I was a child. Like I know a lot of us want to go back to that stage of life where how you doing, how you doing, how you doing, zebra. I want to go back to that stage of life where I was young. You know what I mean? Like when I'm young and I didn't have to worry about bills and house and car and children and all that kind of stuff. Not to say none of those things are a bad thing. It's just when you look at society now, for example, I talk about house prices. Back in our parents' days, and like I said, I'm 37 years old right now. So back in our day, our parents would the prices of the homes were approximately, I don't know, 50,000, 20,000, whatever year we're talking about, and the interest rates were high, but the pay, I would say, was close or relatively close to the price of homes. All right. Now, if you go forward a decade or two, the price of homes have more than quadrupled to a million. We're going to hit 2 million plus probably in the next 2 years or so. Don't be surprised; it might even happen next year because of the prices of homes. And interest rates might not be as high, but you now have to come up with $100,000, $200,000, and God knows where you're gonna get that money from. Are we gonna all rob a bank, right? And how many of our parents actually were wise enough, not to say they're not wise, but how many of our parents came to this country, North America, or whatever country you live in, America, North America, Canada, and actually were taught the right things, you know, not to save your money because money's printed every day. I talk about that every day, right? Money's printed every day, but the value of using that printed money to have an asset. And then I talk about the assets. What is an asset? A car. A car can be an asset. It depreciates off the line. I talk about that all the time, right? Um, I talk about just, you know, going to work every day to get a paycheck, to see how much taxes come off of your paycheck, to go right back there, to do it over and over and over and over until the age of 65. If that is what they call the dream nowadays, or it was always the dream, we've been lied to. Like I said, we live in the pyramid scheme, guys. And the reason why I started this conversation or this live about that is because, yeah, it affects me, and I'm trying to make the best of it. But then, my thing is how do you generate a family? You feel me? Um, Make sure your wife's good. Make sure you spend time with your daughter or sons or whatever the case is. Still find time for other family members. Work a working, I don't know, a 5 day a week, 40 hours. Come home and realize that damn, prices of everything is going up. So what do? You go to work, you work another 40 hours, or I'm going to say another 10, 20 hours overtime. Now you spend less time with your family. Everybody's out there doing the same old thing. We're just going in circles, man. 360. We live in a pyramid scheme, though. You know, working a job, I always said I'm always going to have this conversation. I'm always going to talk about it. I hope I'm knocking you guys down or making you feel like it's a repetitive problem, but I know we all go through it. You know what I'm saying? And if I knew what I knew now about not just the investments or LLCs or, say, example, insurance or whatever the case is, and if I knew where to put my money, like for example, Bitcoin, I spoke about it a little the first time, you know, I had an opportunity to buy 5 Bitcoins. I'm pretty sure a lot of the guys or a lot of ladies and gentlemen on the podcast right now had an opportunity to buy a Bitcoin or XRP when it was low. But who told us that would ever blow up? Who gave us the information? They didn't give us the knowledge. They didn't advise us. Everybody told us to go to work, save your money, and buy a house. Okay, well, fine. You buy a house. Now, if you look at buying a house to live in, as I keep talking about, as an asset, it's only an asset if you're not working to pay for it, y'all. So now we got people living in our homes. We don't know half the people that are living in the homes, but you have $1 million house. How do you benefit from that if you don't know how to use it, right? And you can't really benefit from $1 million house if you haven't paid off the house, right? So the way I look at it, we're here killing ourselves to buy certain things that we really don't have the time to enjoy. So my thing to y'all is just enjoy your life for what it is, y'all. Because at the end of the day, this pyramid scheme and this little nonsense that we go to work for and kill ourselves for to buy the nicest car, to buy the nicest clothes, it has zero value. The most important value is y'all family, man. Is yourself. Too. If you don't have family and friends. If you don't got friends, have family and God. If you don't believe in God, trust in yourself. Just be a good person while you're alive, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because don't say you're a good person and have, ulterior motives, right? I just want money. I just want money. Money is printed every day. Money has no value, guys. And with AI and everything coming up into the world, right, certain people are going to lose their jobs, y'all, right? And I'm sorry to say it, but a lot of jobs are going to be pushed to the side. So for me, it's like enjoy your days by the minutes, by the seconds, by the minutes, by the hours. Don't complain too much about things that are really irrelevant. Don't take life too seriously, right? Just enjoy it for what it is. When you go to a job, just remember you're not going to make that job any better, right? That place is already $1 million, $1 billion place. They just need you to keep them rich, right? So where they're giving you more overtime and you need the overtime to go on a trip or blah blah blah, whatever the case is, and you're just killing yourself. Just remember your family, right? Remember your time, your peace of mind. You know what I mean? That's something you can't get back. Don't take the workplace too seriously because at the end of the day, they can replace you in a heartbeat, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said, like, I work a job too. If it was up to me, obviously, if it was up to most of us, win the lottery, get the hell up out of here. Now, I always tell this to the rich people out there and the people that are not rich, you know what I mean, like us. If you can invest your money into, I wouldn't say the stock market or just save a certain amount of money to say, I want to retire a little bit early, do it. Not to sit down and I'm not going to say in Toronto, Canada, and say that this is the end all be all, but do it. Invest your money into the right stuff and fly out to Southeast Asia. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Southeast Asia, your money will go far. All right. And how I know that? I watch too many YouTube videos and I see all my boys and my buddies and my family out there, y'all. And I ask myself, how much y'all spend for food out there? Not even a quarter of what we spend over here to have a lifestyle. So when we're going to like Korean barbecue restaurant or the Joey's and all these damn high-end restaurants, and we're looking at our paychecks, I know half of us look at that paycheck and be like, "Holy crap, man! I just spent $300 on like 7 different things," and it's kind of like, where did my money go? You feel me? So, how you doing, guys? God bless you guys. Sorry, I haven't been responding to the vlog. I know it's been a minute since I've been on it. Um, Shout out to Sandy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe while you're here. And we want to get ourselves monetized. I want to take this family up. Right, my family is very important. Not only the family I came from, but the family I created, which is more important to all my gentlemen out there. Um, it's very, very important to me. And life is too short, like I said, to let certain people affect you. You know, be happy, be merry, be blessed. You know, stand strong on your own 2 feet, but educate yourself. Hang out with people that are better than you, so they can teach you stuff. You know what I mean? You're learning each and every day, y'all. So be wise, be smart. You know, how you doing? Strive by Salam. Please like, share, and subscribe. Zebra, God bless you. Sandy, nice to see you. Spot, anybody new? Like, share, and subscribe. I've lots to talk about and lots to learn, and honestly, like, I always want to grow this YouTube world here and stick to people. And just like I said, I'm always gonna say I love y'all because that's just really where my heart is at. And oh, jeez, sorry. Straight. I'm just trying to go into this car wash. It's very hard, and people don't know what they're doing. Yep. Thanks. You know, thank God for everything He's given you, and I'll be true and honest to yourself, and love the Lord for who He is, man. I'm a firm believer in what God has done for me. And 1 second, y'all. Let me just move up a little bit. It's really hot in here. It's like 25 degrees outside today, guys. So definitely a little hot. How you doing, my man? Nice to see you. How many more did I got in that there? Beautiful. $50 for another five. $55 for like 5 washes. Okay, 55 for 5 washes. Yeah, I'll come and get some more tomorrow. Thanks, buddy. Yes, y'all. Yes, yes, y'all. And we don't stop. We believe you gotta invest into yourself, invest into what I mean, and a lot of people want to pretend like they're happy. You know, you gotta realize these vloggers out there that I see, they live the same type of life that we live. Money can solve 90% of your problems, but not the other 10%. And believe it or not, the other 10% can be loneliness. That can be family setbacks. That can be a woman cheating on you or a man cheating on you that you can't deal with. Remember, we are humans, and we do have to take better care of ourselves. And that's why I always talk about health. Health is wealth. You know what I mean? If you're not going to take better care of yourself, then what's going to be the next step of you, right? I don't want to be a burden to my wife as I get older. I want my wife to still be able to. I want to be able to get to that age 55 and enjoy my life with my wife. You know what I mean? I'm seeing a lot of grown people in the gym. I mean, like grown, like 55-year-olds, 60-year-old guys, and whatever the case is. And they're punching the gym. It's nice to see that they look at me and it's like, oh, you're a young buck. But I'm 30. I'm 37 years old. I'm not as young as you think. But then some of these guys are 60, 70 years old. And they're like, man, when I was your age, jeez, I was just like you. And I'm like, you know what? I want to embrace that. And if I can embrace that, I'll be the happiest person ever be. I'll tell you that right now. But um, I want to get to that age where I am 60 or 7 years old and I can teach my child, look, what's right from wrong, and you know, want to enjoy life too. I think once you get to a point where you're in your 30s or in your 20s and you leave your mother's house or whatever the case is, some of us had to live a harder life than like I would say I did. I wouldn't say I was spoon fed. Actually, a lot I was spoon fed. I got an opportunity to see a different part of life. Some of us had to live, had to be teenagers and mothers and fathers from the start. You know what I mean? And ultimately, it built. Sorry, it, it made you guys stronger, right? Um, Sometimes I think that was something I should have went through because there's a lot of spoiled kids. So I'm not gonna lie, a lot of spoiled people. There's a lot of people that are still, that are grown by age but not grown by their mentality. You know what I'm saying? and ultimately they're screwing themselves in the long run. I'm just glad I've gone through all the crazy stages of life, and now I can say, boom, no copyright intended. I'm here in Canadian Tire, by the way, guys. I'm not looking for basketballs. I'm actually looking for a jacket and a case of water. Yes, in Canadian Tire, because it was a close place for me to stop. Will they have the water? That is, um, I can't really tell you that, but what I can tell you is this is my peace of mind. Find your peace of mind, guys. Whatever that is, whether it's running, exercising, playing ball, exercising, whatever the case is, follow your heart. You know what I mean, and trust your trust your instincts when it comes to life. Learn from your mother and father. They're not here to knock you down. I don't think they are, but um, listen to your mother and father. Watch them because a lot of them are going to tell you a lot of things about themselves. You know what I mean, and they don't want you to follow their mistakes in life. And believe me or not, I kind of do agree with a lot of the things they do say because our parents, it's a nice Gatorade bottle, eh? Imagine that bottle costs $10. And I'm gonna buy it. Yes, I'm going to purchase that expensive bottle of water because it works for me. You know what I mean? But to all my people out there that are struggling in life or whatever the case is, I'm here for y'all. You know what I mean? I'm here for you guys because I'm not perfect as myself. Right? I'm not going through the greatest. My investments are not doing the greatest. You know what I mean? I'm not rich, so I'm just like everybody else in this country trying to make it. You know, and I believe we can make it if we really put effort into ourselves. But that really comes down to you as a person and what you want out of life. You feel me? If you don't want nothing out of life, then you'll get nothing out of life. I do believe if you apply yourself to what you want and have whatever you put in the universe, you get out of the universe. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. And a lot of people just sometimes just don't believe in themselves. And when you don't believe in yourself, you make life harder for yourself. Right? So I honestly believe you should um, try your very best to be a better person each and every day, to grow, trust God for what He's put in your life, and whatever you struggle with, don't be afraid to open your mouth. There's people here to help you. You know, be assertive, but also be wise in life. Because if you're neither, you know, things will happen to you, and you probably won't know how to deal with it, right? So that's just my little one, two, little common sense for you guys to kind of keep in the back of your mind. Simply because not everybody has that motivation that you're looking for in life to do good. Not everybody has, I don't know, is wise enough to make good decisions as opposed to like other people in the world. So that's kind of what I look at. But ultimately, I just try to learn every day and be a better person each and every day. And you'd be surprised what you get out of things, right? So, yeah, that's just my little common sense there for you. My 1, 2 cents, whatever works. Um, it's been a while since I've been vlogging. And like I said, being busy with work, obviously, like everybody else, we all go through our daily struggles in life, duties, and we try our best to make time for our families, ourselves, and We just got to be honest with ourselves and say, hey guys, I want better for myself. How am I going to go about getting better for myself? Um, am I going to keep on pretending that I'm happy, or am I going to actually do something with myself and make something, make a change? Don't be afraid to make a change. The worst thing you can do is stay in a place where you're not appreciated. That's a relationship, that's a workplace. Um, I always tell my baby, my wife, if you're at a workplace for more than 2 years and you have not gotten a raise, you're wasting your time. Um, if you're really there for just this thing called retirement, pension, in this country, it ain't gonna do much for you guys nowadays. You gotta take your pension and go and live somewhere else where your money can be 4 times or 10 times better for what it is here. Because I'm sorry to say it, it's just it doesn't have that effect anymore that it used to. You know what I mean? Our parents, I would say, the generation that benefited from this pension conversation would be, it wouldn't be the millennials. It's definitely not going to be Gen Z. It'd be the baby boomers, because I think they really got the top notch opportunities that we as millennials can get. But I do believe that the Gen Z generation will have a good opportunity, because with YouTube and they're very good with computers and knowing how to work online and whatnot. They're gonna do well. But us millennials, oh my god, we don't got anything now. Even Gen Z's, if your parents don't have anything, it's gonna be hard, especially if you're not motivated. You're making it 10 times harder for yourself, and that's me being honest, right? So yeah, that's kind of where I stand right now. Let's retouch on. Well, this used to be open, so where am I supposed to go now for this? This is so stupid. Anyways, let's find out who I can talk to about. Sorry, sir. Is anybody coming back downstairs? Is any cashier coming back? Oh, okay. Thank you. Hello. How are you? Thank you, sir. Thank you. No, but I can give you the number. It's 437. Yep. 7994. 37. Christopher Mike. Thank you. You guys don't sell cases of water here, do you? I'm so blind. Like, can you charge me one of those cases? I don't know how I didn't see that. Thank you. Yeah, 437. Yep, salamat. Thank you. Thank you, Paul. I'll take one as I walk. Thank you. Yeah, have a great day. Bye. Cheers. Oh. Guys, walking out here, Canadian Tire. It's just like last week. I got my Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays off, but I enjoy my time off however way I can enjoy it, because at the end of the day, life's too short not to enjoy it, you know? You doing? So you got to do the best you can and really just apply yourself to what you want and just be straightforward, be honest with yourself, you know?